Do you want to turn your BeamNG from this to this? Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you what mods you should install to completely transform the look of your game. I'll start off with the basics, the tweaks, the settings, and utilities to sort of improve how your game looks overall. So the first mod on the list is the Graphic Settings Utilities by Daddletite. This is a very in-depth graphic managing mod which basically adds a new user interface element. Well, it's not really an element, more like a whole new settings page actually, because you can customize the in-game graphic settings with all the details here. Like, I mean, every single little thing that you can't access in the base game settings is available here. So even things such as reflections, contrast, shadow resolution, better anti-aliasing, that's all in there. And even better, if you don't want to spend hours tweaking stuff yourself, you can just import some presets that others have made. Though if you find this mod just a bit too intricate, which I honestly understand, there is an alternative. Carkiller's graphic settings mod is basically the same thing but lighter and I'd say much easier to get around. You can again mess with the shadows and reflections and generally improve the graphic quality further than the in-game settings would allow you to. And vice versa as well, if you have trouble running the game as it is, you can make it run much smoother, but at the cost of making it look just a little bit worse. By the way, if you want more videos like this one with different types of mods, like, I don't know, real life cars for example, definitely consider absolutely discombobulating the subscribe button. One click and it makes you and me instantly happier, right? Anyways, if you just want to get a quick graphics upgrade sort of switch, I recommend the Graphic Tweaks by the End of Nether, which improves the colors, shadows and lighting but just by having it installed. And it also works with all the mods mentioned in this video, so there's no need to worry about any conflicting issues. One of the reasons why BeamNG still gets blown out the water when it comes to graphics in some cases is the sky. It looks like Gran Turismo from 2001. Nah, even that looks better. It's just flat and basically just a single color gradient. Yeah, just bad. We just need actual realistic skyboxes. And now we don't. This is the Dynamic Skybox mod, another one by Carkiller, with 18 different presets if you install the add-on. By the way, everything is linked down below in the description, so if you want to check any of these out, feel free to do so. Of course, after the video ends, make sure to watch the whole thing. Anyways, yeah, this pretty simple mod changes the game so much that I would consider it as essential. The only problem being that these skies are static, so you can't make the clouds move, unless you install the Volumetric Clouds mod by ReShade. Hammond! This adds actual 3D clouds, which not only they look better, you can also fly through them. Man, is Beam gonna take over Microsoft Flight Simulator next or what? These clouds are dynamic, so they can move across the sky and you can make them thicker with the cloud cover slider. Though, just a disclaimer, this mod can have quite the impact on game performance. For example, my old GPU could not handle it at all. Now, I believe many of you play BeamNG not only for the crashes, but also just for the vibes, you know? Just put some traffic on and cruise around. I mean, I do that pretty often. What ruins the vibe just a little bit though is when your traffic tries to crash not only into you, but also crash your computer as well. Even though BeamNG has an option of simplified traffic, you can get even better FPS with Luke's performance mod, which actually disables the collision between traffic vehicles that are further than 15 meters away from your car. And if you want to make your experience even more realistic, get the Agent Simplified Realistic Traffic mod, which adds real-life vehicles to traffic, and because the models are actually taken from Forza, I think, they're optimized to impact the game performance as little as possible, and so you probably won't be driving in interior cam with these. It's not only the environment though, it's also your car itself that can become more realistic just with a couple of mods. For example, whenever the brakes are literally 1000 degrees, they're just chilling there like nothing really happened. But with the brake glow mod by Innocent Joker, you can actually see whenever the brakes are above a certain temperature. This is just a cosmetic mod in the sense that it doesn't change any physical features of the brakes, but it just looks cool, doesn't it? If you even try to drive at night on any of the vanilla maps, you'll be blinded with nothing. There's absolutely no light, and turning on the headlights won't help whatsoever. So if you at least want to see the giant semi-truck approaching you, the realistic light pattern mod might help just a little bit. This mod gives you better headlights which have light patterns that are more similar to real life. So now the high beams actually make a difference, and you can now see what the road ahead looks like. The BeamNG developers have recently been making strides to make the game look more dynamic, such as the addition of motion blur and VR support. The thing is, if you don't have VR, the camera can still feel quite a bit static. Wanna fix that? Pretty easy, just get the enhanced interior camera mod. This does exactly what you would expect. It increases the effect G-forces have on your camera. And if you prefer the orbit camera, there's a mod for it as well. Does the same thing, just makes driving a little bit more lively and dynamic. For interior drivers, there's one more thing. If you're driving in the dark, you would go crazy trying to find any of the buttons. Of course, they don't work, but lighting them up makes it at least look nicer. So now, after you've installed all these mods, your game's gonna look good both in the day and in the night. And now, I think it's time for a little showcase. So again, if you enjoyed this video, give it the love it deserves. Leave a comment, cause I love reading all the feedback I get. And I'll see you in the next one.